We've got a cubic function f of x is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, and we're given the following features. F dashed of x, so that's the gradient function, is positive only if x is between -2 and 6. So that tells me there must be a minimum going up to a maximum, and that the minimum occurs at -2 and the maximum occurs at 6. The second derivative is positive only if x is less than or equal to 2. So that's somewhere in the middle here. So the second derivative is positive in here. That means it must be negative here, so it's got to be 0 actually at 2. There are exactly 2 points at which the graph meets the x-axis, and d is less than 0, which means in here we've got the y-intercept, and that's got to be below the axis. Now we know that this would continue up here, and if there's only 2 points it meets the axis, it must also meet the axis at this maximum here and then somewhere over here. So those would be the 2 points. So state the x-coordinate of the point of inflection. Well, we've just decided that that must be 2 because we know where the second derivative is 0 we'll have our point of inflection. So that's going to be at x equals 2. Is the graph of f of x horizontal at the point of inflection? No, because we know that f dashed x will be equal to 0 only at -2 and 6. So it is oblique. Is A positive or negative? Explain your answer. Well, we know that our cubic is shaped like this, and this is what happens when A is negative, and this is what happens when A is positive. So we know that A is negative, but the explanation needs to be better than a quick sketch like this. What we could say is as x tends to infinity, so x goes this way, f of x tends to negative infinity, which describes the fact that it's going off the bottom of the graph here. Determine the coordinates of the local maximum. We've sort of already done that. We decided that the maximum was when x is 6, and that if it only crossed the axis twice, that had to be one of the points where it did it, because the intercept was below, down here. So we can say 6, 0.